Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Miners will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Delaware's offense takes the field. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball enough. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars, and now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the UTEP Miners offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. This quarterback part of their running game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Nelson. Back open in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 43. Give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Yeah, that's a nice job selling it by the offense. Dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Handoff from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Breaks into the open. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. And the Miners look to keep this drive humming.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Miners can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Miners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to pass, it's Nelson. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Defense in press coverage. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that pick.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll give it to the back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Patterson. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the draw. Oh, draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Smashes it between the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Rushes on him, and he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Ready. More base bait.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Delaware! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Miners racing to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Davis. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get the first through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Miners will call on their punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's a draw. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Miners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Miners headed quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the...
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just feeds the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Blue Hens are flying down the field. They've been running it, but now the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's LeBoy. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. To the air, it's Nelson. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
22 water. 22 water.
The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Military stun. Military stun. Ready to go.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Pressure coming. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Blue Hens line it up with a first and goal. Slams it ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Second and goal for this offense.
Hey, 27, jump.
They'll try to blast their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. The sure hands, it's Davis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man across the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Another incompletion on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.